Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scotty Side. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Got a video here from Sean James. Got about 20,000 subscribers almost. Why a man should never do a woman's work on the job for her. Let's see what he has to say, huh? I'm going to do the playback speed at 1.5, 1.25, excuse me. Let's go. I've not seen this video.
Now available for the first time in paperback. Stop Simping in the Workplace. Men,
Stop
learn what you need to
Simping in
know
the
in order to
Workplace.
protect your job from workplace predators with Stop Simping in the Workplace. Available in paperback at online booksellers
There we
everywhere.
go.
I got an email from a viewer in Serbia who was telling me about
Serbia.
a female coworker who was looking to try to get him and other male coworkers to do her work. Now, this viewer from Serbia was working for a client, and basically, as they were working, this female coworker began going out and trying to persuade guys to do her work. And I told the guy basically what I wrote in my book, Stop Simping in the Workplace, that when it comes down to these women, you refuse to do any of her work because these attempts to get you to do her work basically devalue your own work. Now, when it comes to a lot of guys will basically think that because this woman is paying them some attention, they're thinking that things are going good, and that basically has them in their feelings. And as they get in their feelings, what these guys do is they start to think it's okay to go out here and do this woman's work, but what they're doing is actually lowering the value of their own work by looking to give this woman a pass. And a lot of guys, as they look to give this woman a pass, the reason why they want to do this woman's work basically is because what they want to do is believe that if they can get this woman's attention and approval, they can form a covert contract where they will be able to possibly get an opportunity to be able to either date this woman as related to the short end, and in the long term, they believe what they're going to be able to get is this woman to possibly go out here and drop the skid mark jockey draws and allow them to get a taste of the atomic waste from the special place. But in a lot of cases, these guys, as they're daydreaming about a personal relationship, everything is all business as related to this woman.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I think he's totally 100% spot on. And I've made at least one video, maybe a few. I don't remember. It's been so long, but I totally agree. Do not try to date, do favors, try to get in the favor of women at the workplace. Let me go to the big head here real quick. Yeah, I mean, and he's saying it as a simping thing, and I totally agree, dude. Like, women nowadays in the workplace are fucking cutthroat, and the only reason that they're even having anything to do with you is they want something. They want something from you, whether it's you to do their work or trying to get ahead. Head, get it? Yeah. Or they want some other kind of thing that they think is going to be beneficial to them in the long term. That's all it is, guys. It's all about politics with them. So I totally agree. Don't try to do anything for females in the workplace. Let's continue.
And the business that this woman is planning is to go out here and be able to keep this job at the expense of her male coworkers.
Sure.
What she wants to do is be able to stay on this job without ever having to do any of the work that she was supposed to be assigned to do. Now, in our whole era of feminism in the West, many of these same women say that they are supposed to be equal to a man, and as they say that they're equal to a man, they deserve equal pay for the job. But the whole thing is, with women like this, they don't want to go out here and take equal responsibility for their work on the job. And since they don't want to take equal responsibility, what they look to find is a naive, gullible simp.
That's true, man. And ladies can sniff out simps so fucking fast with deadly accuracy. It is crazy how easily women can sniff them out, and they will take advantage completely, without question, without hesitation, guys. This guy is spot on, I think.
Nice, big, fat, juicy, gullible simp and have him do this.
And they also don't want to do any work if they can get away with it, and not take any accountability if they can get away with it. We know that.
Their work, and as they have him do their work, what they do is go out here and they're getting paid at the expense of all the male co-workers who are doing her job, and she's collecting a paycheck for free. That's what a lot of guys really don't see is going on as related to this woman. She's basically in here getting a paycheck for free at your expense. You're out here putting in extra work, putting in the work of not only of yourself, but of her work as well. And instead of you getting the 2 paychecks for the same labor, she's out here getting paid for free, and you're doing twice as much work for half the price. That's what a lot of guys are not really seeing, because they're not thinking critically about the value of their labor. This is a problem a lot of men have, is that they don't really think critically about the value of their labor. And since they don't think critically about the value of their labor, they can't see how this woman is taking advantage of them, and taking advantage of them because she's out here. Again, she said that in the job interview she was qualified to do this work. She said in the job interview she was capable of performing the tasks of the job. She said in the job interview she was capable of taking on the responsibilities of that job. And your job as a male co-worker at that job is to make sure that she can go out here and meet that duty. And again, meet that duty because this is what she agreed to, and this is the contract between her and the employer. She said to the employer, yes, I can do this job. And if she said, yes, I can do this job, then you need to let her do her job. And this is why I told the guys in the email, this is where you say no to this woman, because she's supposed to be able to carry her own weight. I mean, these Western women say that they are independent and they came to this job to be the equal of a man. Well, equal rights means equal responsibilities, and if you came to the interview and told the employer you could do the job, then you need to be able to do the job without any sort of men doing the work for you, because again, in an equal society, an equal woman is supposed to carry equal weight. And again, what you need to do is make sure and insist that she carry her own weight. That's what the men at that job have to do in order to be able to deal with a workplace predator like this. The way you deal with a workplace predator like this is to insist that she do the job that she is supposed to have been interviewed for and qualified for. And if she's the one who said she could do the job, then you insist that she do the job. And this is where this woman basically will do one thing that I know that they always do, and this is where you're going to hear the I'm not happy speech. And again, the I'm not happy speech is something that we women do because they're not happy at the job, but they're not happy that they can't come on the job and take advantage of the male coworkers and use the male coworkers to be able to advance their career at their expense.
And guys, as us guys, we don't have that luxury. We have to prove ourselves day in and day out. And if you go, I'm not happy at this place in the way that a woman does, hey, shape up, man up, be a man. Quit being such a pussy. Quit being such a pansy. Get back to work. You're lazy. You're a freeloader. You're a this, you're a that. But when a woman is, I'm not happy, oh, you poor girl, it must be something else there. It must be other people. It must be the environment. It's the culture. It's something else besides you. And we coddle them. And us men do not get that luxury.
These women find that they are going to be held to the same standard as the men. What happens
God
is
forbid.
This is where the woman goes into the I'm not happy speech and then wants to leave the job. And that's where you guys basically can't get into your emotions, because when it comes down to a lot of guys in the workplace, they basically get emotional with women like this. And again, this is why you have to set a boundary when women start to say, I don't really know how to do this. Could you show me a little? It's like, no, this is where you basically let her basically crash and burn, because again, she said she could do it at the job interview. She basically has training. You don't do any work for her. Let her do her own work. She came here to do work, in exchange for a paycheck. So let her earn that paycheck. Let her earn the paycheck that she agreed to get this job for, because she came here to work. So come here and get this work done, or just get out the door. And don't feel bad when this woman goes out the door, because she came here for a purpose. And if she cannot meet that purpose, this is where this woman needs to leave, and needs to leave because if she can't meet the purpose of the duties, again, as related to this business, then you can't take it personal. And that's where I want everybody to know, again, because the workplace is an indifferent place. And when it comes down to women like this, you got to be indifferent about them. They're going to come and go on the job. And the main focus for you is that you got to focus on taking care of your business, taking care of yourself, because the only person that is going to take care of you is you. And the only way you're going to be able to make a living is if you take care of you. And you definitely don't want to get involved with women like this that have you doing their work for them, because what women like this like to do when they can't, when things go sour, is they like to take these social interactions that you have and basically turn them into cases of sexual harassment. Because in this era of Me Too, it's women like this, when they can't get their way, they will go into making allegations of sexual harassment. And basically, as they make this claim, the company is going to side with her, and they're going to side with her because they don't want to deal with a lawsuit where they have to pay out lots of money, and you're the one who's going to be the loser, but because you did the work for her, and then you're going to get worked over. And that's why you make sure you make her do the work. You make her do her own work and carry her own weight, because you have too much to lose. You have too much to lose as related to your personal reputation. You have too much to lose as related to your professional reputation. And in some cases, you have too much to lose in case of your freedom. You just have too much to lose, and you can't risk all of that, because as a man, again, you're the only one providing for you. So whenever you see a woman asking you to do her work for her, you just tell her to go out here and carry her own load, because in this era, again, of Me Too, it's all about you. And again, this is the place where you make your living. This is where you make your bread. You had to come in here, and you're going to be held to a standard where you're going to be held accountable for coming in to work on time, coming in and getting your work done. You're going to be held to that standard. And because she says she's equal, you have to hold her to an equal standard. So when it comes down to chicks like this, don't feel bad about telling her no.
I will not. I never have, and I never will, for sure. I agree with them 100%, totally. If you want to watch the rest of this, I'll put a link in the description. I want to read some of these comments here. No one should be allowed to do anyone's work on the job for their coworkers when the coworkers should be doing the work themselves. Amen, man. I'm not shocked. When I was office, I would see women do this. Some of the simps would do it because she was attractive. They even tried me, and I said hell no. They were mad as hell. Oh well. If she can't do the work, let her fail on her own. At least she can't blame you. Hey, yeah. That's another good point, is if you tell her how to do something and she fucks up, she'll be like, well, this guy told me how to do it this way. And then they're going to come after you. Then you got to deal with all that stress. So just, man, don't even put yourself anywhere near that kind of situation. So this is a big problem in my department. The women get away with the bare minimum while the men have to bust ass and get freight out. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sure that we've all seen it in our lives. Us, hardworking guys. This is what happens, man. This is what happens. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Has this happened to you? Have you noticed this in your job? Is it the same? Is it what he described? Is it different? You tell me. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that YouTube stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other. I love you all. Bye.